We promised to be back, and we are in fact back, and we are live because that's why we like to do it, especially since we're calling this the live episode of Power On. It has to be this way, and we love it, and we also love our next guest. This is fascinating. Tami Blockman is a travel agent, but she's not just a travel agent. It's much more than that, and she's going to tell us exactly how much more and why and everything else. Tami, don't be nervous.
I am nervous, folks, so I just got to put that out there. If I fumble on my words, it's because I'm nervous. But it's good.
Look, I do it all the time, so it's okay. Now, I said that you're a travel agent, but much more. You have a longer title. Tell us your title.
Oh, gosh. My title, I have completed the certification with the special needs group to become a certified special needs travel advocate. So that means that my role is to help those that need assistance with travel and any type of equipment need on that piece. But I'm also working on towards my autism certification for a travel agent as well, because I have a grandson who has Down syndrome, my heart, my travel dog, and I have to make sure that when we go places, I'm making sure his needs are taken care of. And with that, I just think everybody else may have some challenges, and how can I help them?
So was he the reason that you got into that?
Sole reason that I started this.
Okay.
He is my sole reason.
Were you a travel agent before that?
I was.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure what my see, there I go rambling.
That's okay.
What my niche was going to be. But once he was born and, you know, as we started doing things, I started thinking, well, there's certain things he doesn't like to do. Elevators. And now he's 7, which makes it a big challenge because it's kind of big for me to try and pick up.
Yeah.
So I have to trick him to get on this elevator now. But I have to be mindful of that so that we're not going up too many flights and having to come down too many flights. So just those type of things. And I know if he has some issues, others have issues as well.
Does he have an issue with escalators or just elevators?
We haven't tried the escalator. That we have not tried. But the elevators, even when he was little, the elevators, but I think most kids are, but you know, with him, it's a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
But with that, yeah, I just started looking at the needs, and I want him to travel with me. I told my daughter she can come, she's welcome, but it's really going to be me and him. But I need to make sure that he's enjoying the experience and not, you know, shutting down or just doesn't want to participate because he's not sure.
Now, how many of your type of discipline is there out there?
From my understanding, there's quite a bit now.
Oh,
The market, it's becoming really big. Folks are starting to really understand inclusion is important. Because I have a disability doesn't mean I can't get out there and travel.
Sure.
And a lot of people want to travel. They just don't know how to do it and what to look for. And that's my role, is let me do the research, tell me what you're looking for, we'll get it all planned and have a good trip. Send me pictures and call me when you get back.
Yeah, it can be intimidating.
Yeah, it's very intimidating when you don't know. I sat in on a presentation with a lady that did international travel with disabilities, and it was excellent because she talked about exactly that, the pre-planning, the knowing of the things that she needs, and then following up to find out what does the hotel offer me? Is it accessible? What does the transportation look like? You know, making sure that I have the things that I need on the plane when I get on the plane. What does that look like being on the plane? Just the planning, and it's really all about planning. Doesn't mean you can't go. You just got to plan accordingly.
Right, but to some people that would take a lot of time,
and they don't have
it,
and they don't have
or
it.
they don't have the technology to look that up.
Exactly.
So this is where someone
resources.
would go to you, right? So
somebody would come to me.
They would go to you and say, "I want to take a trip to Greece," let's say.
Right.
And then the first thing you do is what?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just start asking questions. You know, if you have a disability, what does that look like? What type of needs do you, you know, what are some of your challenges is probably the first thing I would want to know, because then that's the first thing that needs to get addressed and start looking at those areas. But I'm going to pick your brain and ask every particular question I can think of to make sure any challenge that could come up, we've addressed it.
And you look at where they're going and what is there as well?
What's there, if they want to do an excursion, I want to look at, you know, what does that look like? Are you going to walk an excursion? Is it just a flat surface? Is it gravel stone? Can you do it? How far is it? Just the whole thing.
Yeah, but that's a tremendous amount of work that you're taking away from someone who is just trying to go and enjoy their life. Yeah.
That's it.
That is fantastic.
That's what I want to offer you, to be able to go and enjoy your trip, have great memories, so that you can come back and, Tami, that was awesome. That was just great. And then you think about it 10 years later and say, you know, I went on one of the best trips. She made it very easy for me. She listened to all of my needs. She addressed everything, and she made sure that it was all a part of my trip. And I thank her.
That's amazing.
That's all I need.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's your reward.
That's my reward, that I know you had a good time.
Now, I'm good with ideas, but I'm not good with follow through, just for full disclosure here, Tami.
Okay.
And you have brochures, travel brochures, right?
I do.
And they're just regular travel brochures.
Just regular travel brochures.
So my idea is that why don't you go ahead and take the initiative, because you're smart already and you're driven, obviously.
He says that, but I don't know.
I know. And what if you were to take one of those and turn it into something that could benefit someone with special needs? So you came up with basically your own travel brochure that had all the information, or as much of the information as you could put into this one publication that would help someone.
Well, you know, that would be tricky because everybody has a different disability, different challenges, different needs.
Good point.
So I really couldn't tailor it to just one.
True.
Because what your challenge would be the same with someone else.
Good point.
So it would be different. So it's just really a matter of how we're having the conversation, just having the conversation.
Wow.
And not being afraid to ask the questions, and hopefully, you know, making it clear to folks that I'm not really not trying to be offensive or get all in your business, but this is how I'm going to help you, and I need to know certain things. That's it.
I think this is fantastic, because I know that probably a few decades ago, people would just be resigned to the fact that they can't go.
That is the case.
Right?
Well, you know, it's really interesting because today there were a few people that came by my table and like, oh, no, I don't travel. Why?
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, no. It's too difficult, or I don't have a travel partner, or, you know, something that came up, and I'm like, but what if I told you I could help you with that? What if I could do all the research and we could sit down and go over everything you could possibly think of that would go wrong in your mind, and let me find out and fix that? Everyone can travel. It's just how do we do it? And getting with the right person to help you.
And I bet people didn't walk away from the table.
No, they didn't. Listen, can you please sign on my little thing here? And here, make sure you take my card. And think about it.
That is fantastic.
You know, take a brochure, because again, they're just regular brochures. Nothing fancy about them, nothing, you know, but it's all about me and what I'm going to provide for you.
Yeah, and all your
That's
time.
That's really what it is.
And your knowledge, and your caring.
And I'm going to take, all that headache away from you and make you a wonderful trip. And again, the goal is that you go and have a great time, and you're not worried about, hey, is this going to be okay for me, or what about this? Because we've looked at everything.
So how can people get more information on you, since you're such a bastion of knowledge?
Well, they can send me an email. My email address is a very special getaway.com. Oh, excuse me, I guess, well, that's my email address. Or you're at gmail.com. You can send me an email. My phone number, don't mind sharing it on YouTube either, because if you've been on my Facebook page, you already have it. So it's 707-563-4166 is how I can be reached. But call me.
Fantastic.
Let me help you.
Yeah.
You know, they got me up here talking live on YouTube, so please, somebody call me.
That's right. She earned it. She
I
earned your
did.
business.
I really did. My hands are over here sweating. Seriously.
And really, the idea is that they're doing it for themselves.
Yeah. It's all about you guys.
Right.
Just want to make sure that you have a good time and not afraid to travel. Life's too short to, just feel like I can't do something because, there's always a way.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
Don't let fear stop you.
Always a way.
Tami
Like
Blockman.
I got up here. I was scared, but I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
And you did a great job.
Thank you, Raphael. Appreciate that.
Tami Blockman, travel agent for people with special needs. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be back with some more Power On Live right after this.